Yo, what's up, mother pluckers? Welcome back to the first. It's the first podcast.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
It's the first podcast.
I thought you released a couple.
No, this is the first podcast of 2020. All the other ones are game track, so those don't matter.
What's going on, baby?
Don't watch those. I'm just kidding. So we're here with
Sucio.
Dr. Porn.
Someone really fucking
La-
hungover.
and the hungover
La-
Reggie.
El muerto viviente, a.k.a. el Vomitorium.
Vomitorium.
Anyways.
The Vomitorium over here.
Welcome back to Night Trap, baby. 2020 coming through. It's Sucio, a.k.a. Cerberus, a.k.a. your mama's ex-boyfriend. Coming through.
I was like, that was a big breath. I thought you were gonna keep going.
I know.
Ghost this with the mustache.
That's when I started looking on my phone, like, hey, it's gonna take a while.
I gotta do this Instagram.
Anyway, so we're coming back strong. We wanted to do this last month. Everybody got super fucking sick. This man almost died. I was all fucked up.
I almost lost a
was
leg.
MIA. They got him captured over in fucking Chicago.
I almost lost my arm.
So we're gonna come back strong and we're gonna talk about the number one thing that was requested by everybody:
Well, it came out
Where?
at Christmas, right?
the Rise of Skywalker
We're not just talking about the Rise of Skywalker.
and
We're
the
talking,
Fallen Order.
but we're talking Star Wars.
We're talking
Star
Star Wars all the way across the board. You know we love it. It's a contemptuous fucking situation amongst all the fandom. So we're gonna set it straight where we stand.
Especially because you can't talk about the last movie without mentioning all the other movies.
I think, well, we can skip the fucking...
We can
The
skip
prequels?
we can skip Jedi.
I thought you were gonna say that. Fucking prequel.
I would just rather skip
There's the last.
the
No, you have to talk about the last. Okay, let's establish some order.
Before
Let's establish some order.
Before we fucking start anything.
Because you can literally...
We're gonna be drinking.
Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna let before we start. Yeah, because we're gonna get into it. And then
These pleasant gentlemen
We're
actually
bringing
bought
back
this
the
last month.
Dark Sider.
he'll just have one in French just representing.
I'm not doing
I don't think he wants.
From the homies.
I don't think he wants to.
From the
drink.
homies from Bishop, aka Texas Brewery, baby. You know, we bought this last month. We wanted to review this last month. We wanted to
We bought
review the
these,
Fallen
like-
Order, but
We've actually bought this like in November.
everything fell
That's
apart.
what
I
they're
mean,
really called, man.
So the dark side, which I guess they're not supposed to say that it's Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it's licensing.
I don't think
But it has a lettering, and it's called the dark side. So whatever.
give yourself to the dark side, like if it's fucking.
And then it says, may the tart be with you.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
there-
It's a cider. It's a sour.
All natural, gluten-free, vegan-friendly,
Yeah, you
no
should've
sugar
read
added.
that.
No,
Dude, this is the best part.
Yeah,
no
don't
fruit
read that.
essences.
It's a Hells yeah, dude.
Tart and menacing. Anyways,
Let's try this shit.
let's open this
Except
bad boy
for-
up. This bad. El muerto.
you can smell the
The
bird.
dead men don't drink.
Salud.
Salud, baby. Welcome back, 2020. Coming back.
Oh,
Ay, válgame.
You shouldn't have come fucking hungover
I didn't plan to
to
be
get
here,
that fucked up.
Not.
You
No,
weren't
no,
gonna
no.
not be fucked up.
You
Yeah.
weren't planning not
This
gonna
just
get
tastes like a regular.
I myself was gonna bring beers and stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
dude.
told. I was like, he said he was going to
Yeah,
bring
he
beer
said-
and pizza.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I'll
people
bring
were
pizza,
like,
I'll
yeah,
bring
the
beer.
puke is gonna
And then,
bring
like,
the
I just-
pizza and the drink.
I barely made it.
But instead, he brought charcoaler, and we don't blame him for that. Shout out charcoaler. We
To
love you,
you?
baby.
Hey,
I'm not.
I was like,
You said Whataburger, not
You-
chocolate.
I did say Whataburger.
Yeah, I heard Waterburger.
If you would have said charcoal, I would have been. Nah, we just ate.
If somebody's in the restroom, I assume they don't want it.
We just went
It's
to
just that
that
simple.
new
I was
place.
making room.
They gotta make some room. It's like panchos.
What was it called? Poke roll? What was it called?
Pokeball?
No, no.
Yeah,
We went to a restaurant.
No,
Ding, 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 ding.
Pokebop.
Poke Bop. That's right.
Pokeball.
So it was like having sushi on a.
It's a bowl
On
of
a bowl.
sushi without being a sushi.
Oh shit! It's got alcohol, 6%, baby. Good for
Duh,
me.
this is like
12 ounces. Oh goodness. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I usually don't drink ciders, and I really dislike tart shit. And this one's actually winning me over. I can taste the blackberry. It reminds me of a clearly Canadian that's richer in taste and a little bit less fizzy.
to me.
Mine's just beer's not vice.
I mean, it's pretty good. I like this brand actually. We bought the last one for Christmas, the cranberry ones. They're pretty good. Dude.
Those are interesting.
So okay, so we got that shit.
These are good. Shout out Bishop.
Hopefully, we'll fucking finish him by the
Shout
end
out
of
from the
I'm
night trap.
almost done with it.
We're not gonna get drunk with this shit. 'Cause it's not the...
Bro, you don't even know me, dog.
He's already. You should come already.
I'm about to
I beat y'all
stone.
to the-
I'm about to stone cold this motherfucker.
You got so drunk, you're already hungover. So, anyways, so
Let her drink that, you son bitch.
So before we get into the fucking movie,
All right. Okay.
I want to get like your opinions all around on which one is your favorite movie, because I just want to know
Of the new trilogy.
of the whole thing.
Okay.
Like which trilogy?
Of all 9 movies.
Which
the
one is your
saga.
favorite? Because I just want to know what the base of it is, so that when we talk about the new movie,
Yeah.
I kind of know where you're
The
coming
base
from.
of our opinions come from.
Yes, because I mean, if you're like, well,
That's
the
easy
Phantom
to
Menace,
guess.
and I'm like,
That's
Well,
get out of here.
Phantom Menace is gonna be putazos on TV, and everybody's about to catch a case right now.
All right, so favorite movie. We're gonna start. I'll start.
Okay.
I'll start just because.
All right.
To me, I know everybody fucking whatever, but it's The Empire Strikes Back.
Of course.
Yeah.
And are we all gonna say Empire?
No.
You're okay. You're not gonna say Empire. I'm gonna say Empire, and I'll agree with you. Main consensus, because it does reference and has a lot of influence from Hidden Fortress, which is a Kurosawa classic, and Kurosawa is one of my favorite. He's a master in his art, and you can see all of his influence in Empire Strikes Back. So much so that even George Lucas's wife, the other director, Donner, like everybody said, Empire is a culmination of multiple movies, whether it being samurai films, whether it being medieval war movies, but Empire is the watermark. Am I wrong?
Well, to me,
Is it not the what represents Star Wars?
well, to me,
Kind of, yeah.
to me, Empire. What I like about Empire.
Empire like would just kind of like continued off of New Hope.
That's what I like.
Already what, like 6 or 7 years ahead of time?
That's what I like. That it expanded.
Yeah,
That-
it
the
solidified
first-
that
yeah.
universe and made it. what
But it
people-
brought like new planets, like
Yeah.
new things that we were like, holy shit.
But for me, I'm gonna say Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Because
Okay.
Return of the Jedi, that's when like
That's a lot
Luke
of people.
Skywalker comes to
That's a lot of people.
his own.
Least favorite from that trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean-
for me, I don't know, man. Like it had like such a conclusive and like end to what should have been the end of this.
Oh,
Usually he's much
original-
more articulate, but he's like 92 brain cells from last night. So.
Original Return of the Jedi or
The fucking remake.
Oh no! Where they
Yeah.
stuck fucking
Remastered
Christian
one.
Hayden at the end. I was like, when you saw when they remade those fucking special editions for like the 7th time or whatever.
But you
I
know
was
what?
like,
It's weird because you take off Darth Vader's mask and you're like, oh, this man's gonna be a
old man.
robot. No, not a robot. He's gonna be a burned, charred,
Yeah.
like fucking cyborg skeleton.
It's
You're
just an
gonna
old
see
guy.
this
An old bald
this
guy.
looks like-
dark
no
vision,
ball
and
guy.
then
It just
so
looks like a
fucking
bloated
funny,
body.
really.
They
Yeah,
pulled
my,
out of the
my
river.
grandpa's nutsack fucking comes out, and fucking you're like, oh wait,
thought it was
what is
gonna be
that
Freddy
thing?
Krueger?
You
But
know?
why did George Lucas even do that? 'Cause,
Why-
they take off his mask. He's visually like aged.
I think they wanted
And then
He could have just been
So,
more.
And then he remastered.
and then
it
when he
comes
came back as
on
a
the
Force
new
Ghost,
guy.
he's fucking young again.
They should.
Why did they do that? When
So
they
you're
stuck
saying
Ewan
that-
McGregor in
Yeah,
there
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So you're saying that they should have just do Christian.
Whatever
About-
that guy
They should have done the old man
No,
right
but-
there, standing next to Yoda and shit. It should
Because
have been
he-
the old man.
because he doesn't get old or whatever. Like just to have a.
What they need to do is make another special edition. They put Qui-Gon Jinn in there.
That's way too much.
I looked at
Ahsoka
Just
Tano.
fucking put everybody in there.
Mace Windu's in there. He's not
Put-
even dead, dude.
Fucking Mace.
We don't even
All
know
the
what
Mace
he died,
Windu.
bro.
Put Yaddle in there.
Right?
Fucking dude.
I like it when like they asked him like too like why do you have a purple fucking lightsaber? Like,
Because I wanted to,
that's the color I
motherfucker.
wanted. I was like, what? You can't just come into a fucking franchise and be like, I
Hey, we
want
got
hot
yellow,
pink, motherfucker.
Hago un rosa mexicano.
All right, so what's your favorite?
He said Jedi too.
Jedi. Oh,
It's a Rogue One.
Rogue
Oh.
One, okay.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rogue One is really good though. Like,
The
fucking
only
excellent.
reason I really like that way better than the rest of it.
But I think that's kind of
it's
a little
still
bit.
part of. It's still part of
It is, but it's considered like not. I guess
Yeah,
a
but
Star
here's
Wars
the thing.
story.
of the Skywalker saga, that's not.
It's
I
part of
have
it, man.
Rogue One has
That's
a special
where the
place
new
in my
book-
heart, and I do want to give it some credit right now when we do start talking about the movie. But please,
Well, for me, I like it more because it doesn't focus on everything that's Jedi and Sith. So it's basically just this.
Well, I like
the
that.
underdogs.
yeah.
Yeah, basically this underdogs that just became the rogue ones because they didn't follow the orders, so just because they wanted to get those plans.
Nothing to
fuck
do
up
with
the-
me being blind, but I really like that blind guy, man. The guy.
Oh, Donnie Wu. Well,
Donnie
Yang. Donnie Yang.
You mean Ip Man?
Eat man.
Iman. Well, this is the thing too with Rogue One, and
But wasn't that a little,
I don't want to get into it
Is
yet.
that like a little racist that they had a fucking, like a martial arts fucking Jedi guy?
It is, but that isn't Star Wars fucking racist.
It's everything right there.
Jar Jar Binks. God damn, that's fucking racist there.
I see all those midgets. Shut up.
All the fucking Ewoks.
They're
It's just
Italian. We all know they were Italian. Puros Italianos.
But
I just think,
Chewbacca.
they're eating spaghetti and meatballs and shit.
well, Rogue One really did adhere to Seven Samurai, and that was its main influence was Seven Samurai. You could tell all the way across. And the one and only problem I ever had with Rogue One was that the fight scene at the end could have been way better than just like
They ran out of time.
a massive fucking army
kill
killing
him.
dude,
That's
you know,
what
like,
it was.
I mean,
I
you
like-
had Donnie Wu that could have been jumping. I mean, Donnie Yang could have been jumping around doing force
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, they missed the mark on a few things. And
And the machine gun guy, like
The
you know,
machine
he was-
gun guy.
he was also part of that, that Jedi ministry or.
And the first, I like to.
but there was a Mandalorian in there. One of those dudes was a Mandalorian. And this is before
Yeah, that-
anybody knew about the Mandalorian fucking rights and everything.
It's the first time too they put like a fucking Latino.
It was everybody.
And they just fucking kill him.
That's when we're going back to the race.
you're fucking up. You're
You're
fucking
Mexican. You're dying.
You're dying.
I mean, but you
Everybody
know,
died.
yeah, everyone did.
Yeah, especially
But
Mexican.
Poe Dameron's Mexican too. He's like Chilean or Honduran or.
No, he's just weird.
That's not Mexican.
That's
not Mexican.
He's Mexican too. He's from
We
Chile.
recognize,
He's
we
like-
recognize, the
Chile.
council recognizes
Hispanic.
you, but you cannot sit
Yeah.
as a masturbator.
Latino.
At the end of the movie, he became, fucking the main general.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but
So,
default,
okay, now we're gonna get into
became
it.
by default.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker.
I would go
I
with
believe,
episode 1 first.
honestly, no. Let's just talk about Rise of Skywalker because it doesn't matter what we're gonna do.
Menace.
No,
We're
let's-
going.
Oh, we're gonna go Phantom Menace.
That
All right.
piece of shit.
Best
Of
fight
Phantom
in
Menace.
all of Star Wars.
Nah, shut up,
Yes
dude.
or no?
Best character, Jar Jar Binks.
It's the
Have
master.
you guys seen
The whole time in the
fan edit
fucking movie theater, he's like, "Where'd
Where
you
they
be
remove
coming
him.
out?"
They did a fan edit movie of the Phantom Menace, and like the Federalists, they have those goofy voices, rah, 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 like and they talk all weird.
Mm.
Well, some dude went out there and took out all the English voices from the aliens, including the Jar Jar Binks. What do you call him? His race?
I fucking
Stupid.
They're Gungans.
Gungans.
The
Yeah.
fucking retard.
This guy took out all the
No.
their
All the
English.
all the Gungans were geniuses,
Except
and
for
Jar Jar Binks was
Except
a
for that.
fucking moron.
But
And
he put like alien voices and then put subtitles. And they
Okay.
were like everything was more serious. And he took out all the goofy shit that
Instead
Jar
of
Jar
being
was
all
doing.
fucking.
And the movie like lost like 30 minutes, but it was
So
like
he did what
way
It was worth it.
didn't know how to
fucking
do.
excellent.
Okay,
Excellent.
but Americans don't like to read subtitles, a la as we know about fucking Parasite getting remade as an HBO.
I don't know how to read.
That's wrong.
I don't know how to read. Man, so-
Americans
You
would
can't
not
even read
have
it.
loved Star Wars if it had subtitled monsters.
Jar Jar Binks. I say, let's do a Star Wars story. Jar Jar Binks.
They already said what happened to him afterwards.
Well,
It's
in the
he got
Obi-Wan-
assigned to a desk job on Naboo,
At the
and he
He
just fucking
committed suicide.
No,
and he
no,
just
he,
died. Yeah.
he became one of the ambassadors for Naboo.
No, he got Well,
Yeah,
they,
that's
why
one of
Naboo
them.
doesn't exist
they gave
anymore.
him a fucking like a
Oh.
like a little role, like a headpiece role, but he had no.
Well,
words
yeah, he's
whatsoever.
even walking like he already
the Obi-Wan
became smart.
TV series is
Everywhere.
gonna come out on Disney XD.
with
They confirmed
with
that
Ewan McGregor?
Jar Jar might come back.
Ah, fuck.
Misa here. I kept telling him when we were watching the Rise of Skywalker, like, oh, Jar Jar's coming. I said, shut up, Because I like Misa evil. And I was like, no!
Going back to the fucking remakes, or the special editions. You know, at the end of
the
Return of the
remaster.
Jedi.
The George Lucas raped our
At
childhood.
the,
kind of
at
thing.
the end of Return of the Jedi, you know, they added like all the universe celebrating that the Empire had fallen, and then they pan over Naboo, and then
They just go quick.
and you can hear, "We some free."
They should just like that, dude. Just
They're
like-
literally just Jar Jar Binks. Everybody else is well spoken.
Yeah.
And they'll have like college education. Jar Jar
Well,
Binks
not
is
the
that.
king or whatever his name is.
I'm gonna do an edit where I
He
just
should,
add a
like,
helmet,
stop
dude.
him. I think he's dumb too.
He just has a fucking helmet, dude. It's like fucking retard.
Go to the fucking corner. Here's your animal crackers.
Eat your animal cracker.
Look, so I want to get into Rise of Jedi because I know that Skywalker because I know that
that one coming out.
That's the new version, fool. That's for
Well, that's basically
episode
If
3.97.
you call it Rise of Jedi, that's basically the fucking game, dude.
So I'm gonna get into Rise of Skywalker on a couple main things. Backtrack seriously over Last Jedi because of how much backlash it had for it being so shitty. You know, I mean, it was just so shitty.
And no space titty milk.
And the reality was that
Fucking Disney. No teeth.
No green milk. No green milk.
Rise of Skywalker brought in a lot of stuff from the EU, from the extended universe.
Yeah.
If I say EU, I'm gonna say extended universe. First of all, this is a complete spoiler fucking episode, and I should have said
Very
this in the
spoiler.
beginning.
People are up to on Elmore Plus. Ah, Gary. If I was a certain mom to be, I wouldn't follow my husband down the cellar steps. Hashtag goes in the basement, hashtag wink wink, hashtag spoiler alert. Ah! What kind of lard brain punk writes spoiler alert after giving out the spoiler? Hashtag you! Wow, chill out, Gumball. You're going crazier than the wife when she sees what's down the... Ah!
If you don't want spoilers and you haven't seen Star Wars and you've been living on Mars,
Fuck off.
get the fuck out of here.
Change the fucking channel.
The Clone Emperor.
No, still watch.
Go watch Star Trek, you nerd.
Just like it
You
and get out of there.
Shout out,
fucking Star-Lord.
shout out Gene Roddenberry.
You brought the fucking lightsabers and shit, and you're like, you fucking nerd.
So look, the Clone Emperors were something that existed in the books, in the extended series, in the comic books for years and years and years, going all the way back until the mid 80s. We all knew fans of fans, people who grew up that their
Reading the
parents
books,
went to Star
the
Wars,
novels.
knew that the Clone Emperor was gonna come out, and it was supposed to be twin Clone Emperors. And this is the original story. If you don't know this, I'm gonna fucking drop it on you. Right after Episode 6, right? Luke was gonna train Han and Leia's twins,
Yes.
and he was gonna train them, and then they were gonna become the new Jedi Order. He had to fight the Clone Emperor, and because he fought the Clone Emperor, the dark side infiltrated him, and he slowly became the new Sith Lord because he killed the two Sith Lords. So he automatically became a Sith Lord and absorbed their powers. So then the last part of the extended universe is the twins fighting evil Luke and restoring order. We all knew that. Everybody who knew that shit.
Nega
So-
Luke.
So bring,
So, in the extended universe, Luke's son, which is his name is Ben.
yeah,
Where does he play in that?
the Star Killer.
Yeah.
He goes off, and then he's the one that discovers the star exploders, the sun exploders.
Oh.
What is it? There he is, right there.
That's Star Killer right there.
So okay, in the books, what's gonna end up happening is that the ultimate weapon is they're gonna have a warship, and on the warship it explodes the sun, and the sun wipes out a galaxy. So that's how that's the ultimate weapon at the end, as compared to the ones now that
Way
it's
fucking better than just the...
Yeah.
that it's 1,000 Death Stars, right?
Yeah.
So we all know that what they said from the beginning of the new trilogy is we do not want to bring the EU, we do not want to bring anything from has been retconned. They said everything is going to be retconned that does not officially lie under Disney. So the fact that they retconned their own retcon, started absorbing characters from the EU, from the video games, from, you know, I mean, you're talking about Knights of the Old Republic stuff, the Sith temples.
Star Wars Rebels.
Obviously, they knew they fucked up.
Yeah.
And because they fucked up, we were able to get, personally, a satisfying ending. I do like the way Rise of Skywalker ended. And the only thing I don't like at the movie, besides everything that we're going to talk about, is the Rebel story. I feel like the Rebel story...
They were going to say no tits.
I saw them fucking milk titties, and those fucking milk titties was enough for me and Luke. And if it's good enough for Luke Skywalker, it's good enough for me, homie. But yeah,
you can look for fucking Star Wars titties.
I got Star Wars
on the
titties
internet,
all day.
So
I'm sure it's like a
So yeah,
you'll be like Jedi's fucking and all this shit. Whatever.
So I think the problem with the new trilogy is one simple one. If it would have been a story that focused on Rey, her journey to be not a Jedi or a Sith, but a controller of the Force and a person who lives outside of this, and her discovering her destiny, and at the end, you know, going to Palpatine and having to defeat him, we would have been happy. But they had to shoehorn
all those other
3, 4, 5 fucking hours of useless characters in the rebellion that we don't give a fuck about. In the beginning, yeah, we gave a fuck about Finn and Poe, but by the end of it, we wanted those motherfuckers to die. And it's not like Han Solo and Chewbacca and fucking Lando, where you were rooting for these dudes, where you wanted them to fucking come up, and then at the end of this last one, like, why the fuck are you even here? You know, you were even looking at Leia, who obviously had 20 minutes of her fucking whole script cut out because poor Carrie Fisher passed away. But they were going to talk about her training with Luke. Yeah. They were going to talk about how she trained Rey. There was all these extra stories that just could not happen. And
for like the Star Wars layman, like they didn't even realize that Leia Organa or Leia Skywalker was even trained as a Jedi.
Yeah.
And everyone thought she just like kind of controlled.
And they just kind of had to squeeze
all
all this information.
I just thought she could just fucking breathe in space and
into a 2-second monologue.
Not yet.
I was like, she dead, bro. And like, nope.
¿Para qué me traen si saben cómo soy,
But because of J.J. Abrams, that scene now makes more sense because they introduced the fact that
he had to fix that.
We had to fix
that she was fucking trained.
Initially,
they gave her a lightsaber.
2 to 3 minutes.
They show that little force. Like,
so the Rise of Skywalker took so much to help everything out. You know that it had to backpedal because they obviously fucked up.
Yeah.
So you know, I do thank Disney and the fucking creative team that said, "Yo, we gotta fix this shit," because we lost almost all of our fans. You know, even hardcore fans who knew that they were gonna watch it, who didn't want to.
A lot of people hate this movie.
In fact, even when I was walking into the movie, like I was walking in with like my family and shit, and I literally said, I mumble under my breath. I was like, "Let's get this shit over."
Yeah, dude, it was an act of attrition.
Yeah,
and you know what attrition is? It's when you're forced to redeem yourself, and that's what we were all doing. We were fans, and we knew we had to watch it, and thank God that it came out.
Yeah,
respectable. You know, I respect the way it ended, and I'm thankful it ended.
To me, after fucking living through the fucking prequels, through the fucking special editions, after living through all that shit, this trilogy did not seem half as bad as
Real talk. What do you think fucking Rey's metachlorian count is like? Fucking god level or what?
Yeah,
bro.
Well, she's a Palpatine.
She's all fucking healing the fucking
but check it out.
guy, you know?
But check it out, dude. Everything right now in fucking social, and pop culture, whatever, everything, dude, goes back to Goku. Oh, yeah. Dude,
Goku?
Dude, Captain Marvel, dude. Fucking, they're all fucking Goku, dude, and then it goes to a point where you're just like,
just think about it. Ever since 1986, well, 86. Let's put it. It's Dragon Ball, right? Or was it C?
84.
No, C is 92. But ever since 1986, everyone, even especially our culture here, they've been just copying Dragon Ball.
well, it's a simple fucking story, dude, where you just like, okay, you grow stronger, but it comes to a point. That's why I don't watch Super, for example, because.
I love Super though.
Super's fantastic.
No, everybody tells me, but I'm just like, dude, I don't know if I can take more.
So what if Obi-Wan gave Qui-Gon Jinn a fucking senzu bean? You think he would have been?
It was like that, bro.
Let's do this, kid.
Bro, heal me, bro. I have the ray gun full. Heal me.
It'd be cool if in the fucking prequel or whatever the fucking
Have you seen that one meme? Is like where like Ewan McGregor's looking over
Obi-Wan
fucking Liam
Kenobi.
Neeson. He's all like,
You haven't taught me that.
Force heal me. Obi-Wan is like, we haven't unlocked this feature yet.
Yeah, you haven't.
I still need to try more.
In the fucking.
Need to find more shit around ground.
In the Obi-Wan Kenobi fucking series that they're gonna do,
Yeah.
like if they fucking show that he has a fucking tail and shit, he's fucking, like wrapping it around and shit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What's the name of Goku's fucking little Nimbus cloud? Was it?
La nube voladora.
Flying Nimbus.
Yeah,
Like Nimbus.
Yeah.
But I mean, after like I said, after living like this trilogy didn't seem fucking half as bad as any of that shit that I had to live through.
I'm just saying.
And that's more than half of the fucking games that we had to live through, because out of all the games, dude, I'm gonna say there's like 3 good ones. So like to me, I lived through
Knights
all
of
that
the Old
shit.
Republic, the Super Nintendo, Super Star Wars. You had Shadows of the Empire,
But no,
I
but
don't know,
You
man.
had-
Did you guys ever play Rebel Assault?
Rebel
For
Assault,
PlayStation
But don't
1?
count-
Pod Racing.
I'm not-
Rebel Assault 2. That's what's
I'm not
called.
counting the ones that are like based on the movies.
Oh.
I'm counting the ones that are the extended universe.
Well, Rebel Assault wasn't based on anything.
no, like but that's what I'm saying. Like Dark Forces. You know,
Knights
like
of the
that.
Old Republic did it.
But like Racer, I don't count, dude. Like I don't fucking count. You know, like those, not those.
What was the one for the 64? That one was kind of cool too.
That's Shadow of the Empire.
Shadows.
That game was fucking
But they got
hard.
fucking
Yeah.
rid of.
Hard.
They got rid of. They said that he didn't exist. Like it was like this fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
So it was just a game that happened.
Yeah, like everybody was like all excited about it because it came from the fucking novels and shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, we fucking got rid of the whatever.
Well, it's because
But
that's where we're at.
Agree
We're-
that when you're watching the new trilogy, you can go from The Force Awakens straight to
I mean, it's
Rise
not
of
necessary.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the movies are necessary. Like to tell you the truth, you can go into anyone and they're all their own story
catch up.
because they all have the recap or whatever at the beginning. Just
Yeah,
like-
but the beginning of this one is just like the dead speak. It's like, dude, you don't think if you were a badass fucking Sith Lord, you would send out some like Sith mind telepathy and,
Yeah.
and while everybody's
That's
taking a
what he was
shit or
doing with
fucking or
Snoke.
fucking people
Today-
up?
That's
Today
what he was
he-
doing. The Snook, that fucking clone.
Snoke. Today
Whatever.
we realized, dude, that all the movies have a bunch
It's that
of
clone Snoop, baby.
all the fucking movies have a bunch of fucking problems. All of them
Yeah,
have.
all of
Gangster
them.
Because-
Snooki.
I think if you want a perfect movie, it has to
It's-
be like this 5-hour or fucking.
No, it's
series
never
or
gonna
whatever.
happen in a fucking.
Why not?
timeline.
Why do we have to settle for less? I don't understand.
I'm
I
not
think
settling. Dude.
people keep fucking feeding us shit.
No.
And us as podcast people who can sit here and say this is our opinion.
Yeah, no,
can
but
sit here and say there has to be a standard.
But
You
you
gotta
don't.
take a stand.
You don't
Don't
have
be
to settle.
feeding me shit.
No. I'm not saying like give us whatever, but like I think they try hard and they tried hard to please everybody. There's no fucking
here's
way
the
you can.
thing.
Well, that's
Right.
why we're at now, where they brought the
Well, here's
clone
the thing,
emperor.
that's what he's trying to
They
say,
brought
like,
all the stuff from the
In
old
order
ones.
to
Because
get
we did
everything
complain.
straight on the movie, it's gonna take about 5 hours.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be-
they're
they
already,
went
they're
from Ray
already
being nobody
Yeah, they're already
to all of a
filmed.
sudden being like.
Movies are probably 6
Dude,
hours long,
the-
but after editing, they
Let's
go down
say-
to 3, and then people still complain.
Let's say that at the end of this fucking movie, the fucking Sith win and Rey becomes a Sith. Dude,
I would have been happy.
exactly.
I would've
You
been
would've
the happiest of
dude.
all.
But half of the other population would have been fucking like, fuck
Because-
this
But
movie.
what was up
Because
with
you
that?
have-
What was up with that fucking, you know, that force
When she had the gold
image
saber?
where she came out as a Sith and she had like
Well,
that
that's
switch.
basically-
Well, that happened to Luke and Dagobah
Yeah.
too
That's
when he
referencing-
fought Darth Vader
no,
and
but
saw
like,
himself.
no, I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about that fucking switchblade lightsaber. So,
Oh no, that's basically
It's 'cause she's real
referencing to
gangster.
what she was feeling, and that when she started training with Luke on
What?
the fucking cape. It's
No,
referencing
that
there that she
lightsaber,
started
like
looking
that
at
dual
the
lightsaber
mirror
and
and
then
started
the
looking
lightsaber
both
that-
sides
and it
of
would
her
fall
face.
down.
The nunchaku
Yeah,
lightsaber.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the only thing I was just like, well, that's kind of dumb. Like, that's
I
kind
mean,
of pointless.
You didn't like that
It's-
Darth Maul lightsaber?
No, but
Dude.
Darth Maul's lightsaber
No,
didn't
it's-
fold
yeah,
up
yeah.
and have
Very
two
just fucking-
dual.
Yeah, like
fucking
it went like
blades.
that.
If she would have unlocked that shit and it would have been a Coup Knight, you would have been like, oh man, that shit's badass. She
that was a
started
fucking
swinging
star.
that shit around.
All these like bullshit, yeah, fucking una abanico with a lightsaber. Hey, stop it weird. Yeah,
That whole scene, that whole part of the movie was fucking rad because you got to see like the fucking
Dude,
remains
what
of the
could
Death
be.
Star.
Look,
Yeah.
dude,
Because
you
you know-
have you have your daughter, you know, like, and she's getting to see this
Yeah.
as a child, dude, as
Yeah.
a kid. To me, dude, if I would have seen this when I was a kid, I'd been like, fuck, dude, like this is because we got to see fucking Star Wars, you know.
But
like,
okay, going back to this point that you were saying that it's gonna take 15 hours for whatever. Let's take
5 hours.
Let's take the Mandalorian. Let's take the show The Mandalorian. This is a show that's a show 45 minutes to an hour long, 8 episodes, and everybody's about it. What I'm trying to say is that people do accept a story.
Yeah.
If it's done
right.
Well, if the storytelling is there and they set it up. If we would have seen this third trilogy as maybe smaller movies into like four or five different the TV show, maybe a little bit more flesh to it. Where did they drop the ball on this? Snoke. Yeah. The Knights of Ren. You know what the Knights of Ren are supposed to be?
We see the Knights of Ren.
They're supposed to be.
They don't do shit.
They're supposed to be human candidates that have no force, no midichlorian force, but still survive the Sith trials.
Captain Phasma.
And Captain Phasma was supposed to be the leader.
She was supposed to be
of
like
the fucking Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And she was supposed, and they didn't fucking put her in.
But she did fail.
Well, everybody who has Knights of Ren, they're basically Darth Vaders.
Yeah.
You know, they're like
there's more
fucked up bodies. They got they've survived terrible things, and we do not have this fleshed out version of it. That I think if they would have done the After Universe or whatever on Disney Plus, and it would have continued it, everybody would have been happy. If they have the fucking material to make a bigger universe, but it was just a cash grab.
How far in time is the Mandalorian to?
It's right in between episode 6 and 7.
Yeah.
All right, so look,
like a year, like 2 years after episode 6 and 7.
So you're saying
but from there to
now?
Rise of Skywalker.
I think that's 10 years.
10 years?
I think it's 10 years.
All right,
after
so look,
the fall of the Empire.
Because at the end, when everyone shows up, you know, you see the Razor Crest.
Yeah.
And you see the ghost, which is cool because in Rogue One the ghost also comes out too, and I thought that was fucking sick. Well, Rogue One too, like Chopper comes out. They over the intercom they announce that they're looking for.
That was a cool look.
Biggs and Wedge. Wedge comes out.
I think Rogue One was fucking cool though because
they threw us all that little shit.
No, and it was like how did they get the plans? Like if you were wondering how the fuck did they get the plan?
Every time you see the first episode, well not episode 1 but episode 4, we will wonder like how they got those.
No,
plans?
well, and they
why all this shit started.
They say,
and I think that's why Rogue One was so satisfying because it was something that was like. Okay, well, how did this rinky-dink bunch of people go?
No, and they say that like
we were happy. Filler from
we were happy to get that extra.
3 to the
hardcore fans want to see this extra.
On the first one, they say like this group of people died to get these plans.
That's so, right. Like, and then you hope.
So like you're like holy shit, like people died for this shit.
And then you see it, and Rogue One is the best of the new movies. Let's get real. You said it before. It's the best of new movies. El pinche ghost. Oh shit. Hi. Anyway, so the new one is the best of the new series. The Rogue One is the best of the new series. Come on in. Oh. Come on in. Welcome back. Hey, we got special guests over here. Hey, welcome back.
I need your card.
Give me the money. Give me the money.
You have money, fool.
We're just adults. We're just adults.
We're just
adults talking about.
I hope I get a son.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna ask for fucking sodas.
We just got George Jetson. His wife.
Dude, we just got robbed. We just got like robbed on camera, dude. No. Dude, okay, like I get all that. I get like Rogue One is, like I'm meeting with. But like what I'm trying to see is because I see a lot of people talking shit about this new movie, and I see a lot of people talking good things. But to be truthful, dude, I came into that movie same way like you said. I was like,
let's get this shit over with.
I was like, man, I hope this doesn't fail.
Did you walk out? Did you walk out with a sigh of relief?
Oh, did you walk out with a sigh of relief? I walked out. I was like, I
was happy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Like. Finally, it ended.
But that's what I'm saying.
I got a good ending.
Like I was happy. You were saying that like I didn't care too much about Poe. He was kind of being an asshole right there.
Yeah, but
he was kind of being.
We saw kind of his character though. Like,
he was being a little predictable too when he was like, they're not coming. I don't have friends.
His whole thing in the new trilogy was fighting with Leia Organa about whatever.
But you know, okay, this is the thing with Poe and Finn, and I'm gonna get into a different tangent right now. But the Poe and Finn relationship was supposed to be a homosexual love relationship. And I think we're in fucking 2020 and this shit started in 2015.
They should have just got it on.
They should have done that.
Just get it on, bro.
And we would have been happy
It
without Rose.
They didn't have to be explicit about it. They could just get like a little.
If you could show two men who love each other, and
Cross
it doesn't have to be
lightsabers.
fucking sexual,
They end
bro.
up putting Finn with
Rose, and it
Rose.
totally fucked up the second
and they
movie.
didn't do shit anything on this new movie. Here's the
And
thing.
then,
The last Jedi
Finn
was a
is
disaster.
in love with fucking Rey, and we're like, why?
Yeah.
Because your bro is over there loving you, and you don't love
You
your
don't
bro.
love
You're
your
fucking
dick.
I'm over there like,
They just needed to put
Come
that
on,
scene
man.
as like, I see your Schwartz is as big
and
as.
then they have to stick
That's
that
why he was wearing the fucking pants all the way up. Dick starts from here.
showing it off.
You just wanted them like you Paul all of a sudden
Lodestar.
Paul all of a sudden like gets out of the fucking X-wing and
But
he has
here's the
a-
thing that I like about the Poe stuff. He got rejected at the end.
But wait,
Yeah.
Like about time.
Well, it's because
you can
you're
tell
not gonna turn
whoever
down
was behind
fucking
that
Kylo
fucking-
Ren. You're not gonna turn Kylo
Yeah,
Ren down
yeah.
for fucking Poe.
But it sounds like you guys wanted like.
Dude doesn't even have
Why do you want gay love so much? You just want.
Why don't you want gay love?
Shit,
fool?
what's wrong
That's
with
what
you?
you're-
I don't care.
2020.
I'm not gonna ask for it.
That's the problem.
It's
You
gonna
don't
come to
care.
you.
It's 2020. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not gonna be asking for it. That's
Well,
all.
I don't know because it's not 2020 in those movies.
It's
It's
not.
exactly a long
It's
time
third-
ago. Like
it's
the galaxy.
thousands
It
of
was
years
way
ago.
before. So everything should be way racist.
But but they have a
But we're
lesbian.
more ahead of time than them.
Yeah.
They have a
What the
lesbian
fuck, we're
kiss.
fucking
They have a
hardcore.
lesbian kiss in Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
And I said no. I'm just.
Why couldn't that just be Poe
No,
and
they-
fucking Finn, and we would have been like, oh yeah,
Hey,
like
dude,
you know,
dude,
if
dude.
my homies fall in love, I'm happy for
Dude,
that.
Kylo Ren is a guy. I'm just kidding.
Oh, bro, not from where I'm standing, dog.
And here's the thing.
He's
Yeah,
beautiful.
dude, that's some fucking shit.
That motherfucker beautiful, dog.
No, but I'm telling you, you
Not
wanted
from the back.
you wanted to Poe to you wanted Poe to get off. You wanted Poe to get off of the X-wing and he had like Daisy Dukes and like the fucking shirt.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
It's 2020. Disney, you're afraid
Dude.
of doing some real shit.
The ultimate gay love was C-3PO
Man,
and
there's
R2.
It was, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Disney's still getting orders from Walt Disney fucking incubator.
Of
You don't know
course.
that.
Well, that's
you know,
why I think
that's
that's
why they don't
why
have
R2D2 was so
Jewish.
quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the dom. He was the sub.
C-3PO, you know, was like, you know,
They were always inside
love
each
triangle
other.
was BB-8.
They were always inside each other.
Yeah, they were mind
C-3PO
fucking each other.
C-3PO
I'm
was,
sorry.
was the
CPU
fat gay
show.
guy in fucking Modern Family, and R2D2 was the fucking redhead guy that was all like, okay, go ahead and do your shit. Like, go do your thing and I'll rescue you from doing your shit.
R2D2's more gay.
So, you know, let's be real. Like, you dropped the ball. If you wanted to be inclusive, you wanted to sit here and be politically,
It's not over, though.
adhesive,
It's not
we
over.
could have not done that.
well, the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, the Skywalker saga, but it's not over, dude. Star Wars is gonna continue for as long as
Even
it's
though
fucking-
she adopted the Skywalker name at the end.
Well,
Oh,
that's
because
because
she
you
had,
gotta
like,
honor your
It
master.
would have been cool if, like, the
You
ghost.
take your master's name.
Yeah.
The fucking ghost comes out and he's
Which
like,
is
you're
which
not
is
Skywalker.
an old samurai way.
You son of a
You
bitch.
take your master's name.
Yeah,
Or a
you
luchador.
became a Ronin.
Like
or a
Santo?
luchador name. You're the Parka 19
Here's the
or whatever.
mask.
Well, now you're Parka too, so.
Yeah. But you know, there's other lovely things that I did really like about this one, and it's like, okay, Ahsoka Tano's voice, when all the Jedi were talking, you had all these old Jedis from
Yeah.
Rebels,
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Old
Kanan,
Republic.
They're not doing
Ahsoka.
a fucking-
You had so much added.
Mace Windu.
You had them all in there, which me as a fan, and I get that casual fans don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah.
Me as a fucking fan that I've been a fan since a little kid, that they would bully you. You would be bullied. You like Star Wars? Oh, this fool's a fucking like Star Wars fool. Fuck this fool.
I never got bullied.
I got bullied, son.
Everybody was like, you like Star Wars? Me too, bro.
They just didn't
Well,
like
anyway,
me, fool.
Let me
One-
tell you,
one of
I
the-
was a bully and never bully anyone.
One
that
voice
liked Star
that didn't
Wars.
come out, which gave me like a lot of hope about like some sort of like, you know, Star Wars story. No Ezra Bridger. So that means he's still alive.
Yeah.
There was no Force voice.
I thought you were gonna say like what's his name from the New Hope? It's the first one that fucking dies. It's like Luke's friend. Remember? in
Oh,
the,
yeah.
in the X-Wing?
The guy that.
He's like,
No,
no!
he's in every movie. He dies every time.
It's
on the
exactly
action.
like Harry Connick Jr. dies in Independence Day. I can't shake him. I can't shake him.
What's the name of that Indian comedian who got all fucking jacked for the Marvel movie? What's his name?
Fucking the one
No,
Aubrey
Stuber?
something.
Kumail.
Kumail Nanjiani.
What they need to do, Disney, you need to get fucking Freddie Prinze Jr. in the fucking gym, get him fucking ripped, and give us a fucking Kane and Jarrus fucking movie.
But it's because you like what Rebels? That's from Rebels,
That's
right?
Rebels.
Yeah.
That's Rebels. Like
Just like everybody
to
loves.
me, I really like Clone Wars the series, and I'm
Which
glad
one? The first one?
the first 5 seasons. Well, the first couple of seasons were really difficult, but once it becomes episodic, and you realize that yeah,
because I like Clone
this
Wars
is a Godzilla episode. This is a fucking samurai movie. This is a spy espionage James Bond one. Once they got their formula down, from season
they basically continued that same formula.
season
through
3
Rebels.
through 5 is fantastic of Clone Wars, and it led up to the actual trilogies and everything that we know now as whatever. But I feel that obviously we're gonna say that they're gonna make more movies. We're gonna do more stuff. Yes, it's not gonna be trilogies anymore. It's gonna be like Rogue One.
Oh no, it is.
We're
not
just
really.
gonna be a fucking one story, a main story, and then 2 or 3 little stories that are gonna.
Well, they had
tie
gotten
into it.
the Game of Thrones guys to do like the new shit. And
Yeah,
now,
fuck
now
those
they're fired.
fools, dog. Once they fucked up the last 3
last
seasons,
season,
dog.
yeah.
Like
Did you guys see Star Wars Resistance? That's fucking.
that's a good one too.
And the second season's about to end on XD, and then they're gonna move it to Disney Plus.
Mhm.
Fucking stoked to catch up on that.
So
but even in that, Poe Dameron and BB-8 have huge fucking roles in those.
Everybody
So
loves
like, where are these fucking people in the universe?
Everybody loves BB-8 at the beginning, I feel,
Just
and
falling.
then like at the end, I was like, nobody.
they did fall. They fall out. The Pogs. What the fuck was his name?
They just
Yeah,
came out.
Porgs fell off.
Pogs.
B-
The
B-
fucking
B-
tazos.
BB-8 fell off because Baby Yoda took over.
Yeah.
And I think this is where you have whatever's in mode, whatever's in modality, forget about it. Baby Yoda. If Baby Yoda doesn't become Lone Wolf and Cub, and maybe now this should be our fucking Baby Yoda section of the conversation.
Yeah, it's right here, Baby Yoda,
But
right here.
there he is.
That's
Get
how
your
I-
own.
Buy your rat.
I feel that if the helm, the people who are running
Yeah,
the Mandalorian,
and
because
shit.
I do want to know about the Mandalorian Wars. I've always told people I fucking hate Boba Fett. I've always hated Boba Fett since the beginning.
Dude,
he
dead.
didn't do
He's dead, bro.
shit. He didn't do shit, and everybody fucking loved him.
His fucking notoriety came from all the extended universe.
On the
But,
original
yeah.
fucking trilogy, he was like the rogue guy there. That's
Well,
why
and
I remember.
Bounty
He
Hunter.
was just a cool guy.
That
Yeah.
game Bounty Hunter was pretty cool. Dude.
IG8 was cool. All these other people were cool. We all liked those guys, whatever, right?
But what the Mandalorian did, they gave us so much fucking fan service.
Yeah,
About everything.
exactly.
Because Dave Filoni or what's the cowboy hat guy? What's his name? The guy, the creator of the
Yeah,
Clone
yeah.
Wars and Rebels. He introduced the whole fucking Mandalorian story arc in the Clone Wars.
They have all that.
And then in Rebels,
season 3,
they expanded upon that, and they gave us that fucking Mandalorian darksaber, and then at the end of fucking the Mandalorian, you just see this fucking black shit stick out from the TIE fighter, and I was like, okay.
And it's the artificial fucking lightsabers, which is a whole nother big thing that a lot of people don't really know about. And maybe
No,
maybe
here's the thing. A lot
Yeah,
of people might
I'm
not
trying
even
to
notice
not-
on Rogue One. They mentioned.
I'm trying not to
Just-
fucking
it's like
ruin
a
a lot of
companion.
stuff. I want you guys to get into all these things. There's
But
so
you just
many
said
good
that
things.
everything sucks.
I say fuck Boba Fett, but I like the Mandalorian. I've always been a man that respects men of honor, people who fucking have a code, whether it's stupid or not. At least you have a code. A lot of people don't have codes.
I like Boba Fett more than
Oh.
I like fucking Anakin Skywalker's
Fuck
fucking-
Boba Fett, dog.
Anakin Skywalker's fucking
Yeah,
like,
he's a fucking pansy.
Suso likes Django Fett.
I love Jango Fett, dog. That
Django.
Django
Jango Fett.
That's the fucked up thing.
That was my nickname in high
Hey,
school.
Django.
Hey, I'm brown. I can say this.
Mijo, no tiembles, mijo, por favor.
So okay, well that movie, I mean, The Rise of Skywalker was, I think it was pretty cool for what it is. It didn't have to be. I don't think it's terrible.
No, it's great.
I don't think that like people should be like, they could have done this.
It's
and
literally
that.
a big fucking band-aid for the whole
A
trailer.
lot,
Yeah.
a lot of
what it
people,
is.
a lot of
And
people wanted it to go like in a bad way, kind of like in fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't do that shit, dude.
Well, I feel
Especially
like
now with
everybody's so
stuff.
desensitized that we want to see Rey beheaded,
Yeah.
and we want to fucking or you want
It's 2020.
or you wanted fucking
I'm just gonna say the same shit.
The clone to take over her body.
As like bands say now, dude. Like people, when like a band is playing, like people are talking shit to the band. A lot of bands go like, okay, if you can do better, then fucking come over here and play.
Wait, you two, all of you, come up here right now. Come on. No, I want you to play our guitars right now. Everybody that you think you're a badass, come up here right now. No, you're not paying attention to me. Come on. I want you and you and you, everybody that's doing that, come. You have a free chance to play. No, fucking look at me. You want to ruin my fucking show? Come up here and play the guitar better than us, motherfucker. Come on.
Do that shit. If you want to do better, then you do it, bro.
But you know, you gotta have interaction, baby. If you're not listening to your fans, which I think is what happened.
Yeah.
You know, you have to listen to your fans.
Or they listen way too much because they're trying to please everybody.
Episode 1, 2, and 3.
That's what I think. Kathleen Kennedy fucked up.
Oh, Suicide Squad. They listen too much to the.
They listen to
the fucking fans, and then all of a sudden it became the shitty Suicide Squad.
That's what it happened.
And it ruined all of DC. Thankfully for fucking
No,
Joker,
you know what
bringing it
ruined
back.
DC? The fucking Justice League.
No, it's because
Justice League did ruin it.
but
that was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
You know, we walked into the fucking thing and we said, okay, Superman, Doomsday, whatever. We gave it a chance. And then once we got Suicide Squad, and then it's the same thing with Last Jedi. Once we got Last Jedi, it was like, oh, fuck, what do we have?
That's what happened with fucking Dexter, dude. Everybody, the fucking writers thought like, dude, everybody loves Dexter. He shouldn't die. Yeah. And to me, dude, I fucking love Dexter, and I was like, no, he should die.
He needed to die.
He fucking needs to die. And they just went completely opposite.
Luke did need to die.
You're never gonna please the fans, man.
No.
There's always gonna
But
be
see,
a
the
split.
way he died was so like unsatisfying.
Oh, the spinning around?
Oh, well, not that. Well, that move was fucking funny, you know, but
It's the fucking Jedi Master himself, and then he's gonna die like dust in the wind.
but where'd his arm go? Why'd his arm disappear too?
Exactly.
Shouldn't it have just been like, bum? You know,
Or maybe he forced
And
healed
why
his
is it
arm.
as a ghost he can
Oh
touch?
yeah, he force healed his arm.
Yeah.
He's all like,
And if he can figure it out. If he can come out as a or his it would be like a baby one.
The dog is all licking the blood off.
Like Deadpool did, like with the
that fucking scary movie.
My germs. No, but
This is my strong hand.
but
No good.
the fucking Luke's Force Ghost can like touch shit and move
Yeah.
shit around. How come they don't come back as ghosts and just fuck everything up? Dude?
And how come they didn't like magically fucking transmogrify a bomb, you know, into the fucking clones?
There's never gonna be
thing?
answers.
You know, it's just like, yo, what, you gotta have one thing, you gotta have the
The
other
force
thing.
projection in The Last Jedi, if you notice, Kylo Ren never touches them.
Yeah.
They never touch blades. You know.
And now they're both
And-
getting
and-
stronger. That's why.
And one of the big hints that they gave us, the only thing, like few of the little details that they got right, was, you know, when Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker were fighting, Kylo's footprints were kicking over the sand,
Yeah,
but
and Luke did.
Luke's wasn't.
Yeah.
So that should have been a giveaway,
But people are stupid.
but like for him to just be like, well, cool, I'm gonna like just die now. See y'all later.
I'll see you later. I did my job. Peace.
Yeah. like,
I must go home
fuck
now.
out.
My planet needs me.
There's fucking Poochie.
Do you?
Yes, I certainly do. I have to go now. My planet needs me.
so much I need to teach you, Ray, but like, you know, here's an old book.
You have something to say,
Got this
Carlo.
book.
Let it burn down.
Got this book already retired. Fuck you.
So, anyways, with that said, I don't know if any of you guys.
Okay, we're over with fucking Skywalker.
I think it's a good movie.
I think we're moving on because we're everybody's happy at the table.
I seriously thought you were gonna be fucking pissed.
Me?
Yeah.
Of what?
Yeah, we were talking about it
I don't
for
know.
days.
Because like you're
I
just
think he's gonna fucking
You're
just
just-
hate this movie.
you're just a Contreras.
There's gotta be a standard, baby. There's gotta be a
Dude,
standard.
he brings balance to
Yeah,
the book.
for real.
He brings some balance.
Dude, I'm surprised. Dude, that it fucking blew my
Every
mind.
time we finish, like, oh, he's gonna say something so
fuck it.
negative about this.
Dude, no, wait. Every time we do a food episode, he fucking swears that he loves all the food, and then at the end he's like,
we turn the
"Oh,
fucking
fucking
camera
sucks,
He's gonna give me the shits.
I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Hey, you come for me for fucking honesty. You don't come for me to fucking get
What about
patted
the
on the back.
honesty on the food?
No, ain't nobody like Sucio because I'm fucking blowing smoke up your ass. Everybody likes me because at least you get something.
Right, I don't know if you can look this up, but where this falls in the
my phone?
in the whole thing. But well, I'm gonna move on.
Allá, mijo, por favor.
I'm gonna move on to this fucking the Fallen Order.
So the Fallen Order obviously came back from what was the one that was Star Killer?
Jedi the Fallen Order. Well, this has nothing to do with Star Killer.
No, this is a different.
What was the name of that one?
The Unleashed.
Unleashed.
The Force
Star Wars,
Unleashed.
The Force Unleashed.
1 and 2.
So obviously that one ended.
It's the electric hands guy, right?
Yeah. He has the fucking power, I guess, of like the Emperor.
Why does Palpatine's bloodline only have that exclusive electric hand?
No, it's a Sith thing. The thing is that you have to learn it through the tiles of blood. Like you have to suffer, like I think it's 2 weeks or something. You have to wander around the Sith temple, which is another thing I really loved about Skywalker.
So how did Rey do it?
That because she's
special, bro.
Ray is like a blue
special.
mage, where
Well,
if you
basically,
use a
she has-
power on her, she's able to learn it, not just you using
Yeah,
it.
she's just like her fucking grandfather.
Yeah,
That's
Or-
what
she's automatically
So
tapped
where
into
does this
that
fall?
tech tree.
What? Oh.
But he didn't even look at it. He just checked his emails.
Did you check that fucking Instagram?
All I did was just put it on the fucking TV.
No. Check where does it fall? Because I'm not sure. Well, this game is about how like Jedi don't exist anymore.
Okay.
And basically you're this guy. I fucking forgot his name. This is terrible.
That's fucking a young Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of make him.
Christian Haydenson from what's the second movie called?
The fucking
Clone
Clone
Wars.
Wars.
That's who he is. Look at it.
Mijo, don't fall down.
Attack of the Clones, not Clone Wars.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't fall
Here
down.
it goes.
Doggo.
Jedi Fallen
What?
Order
What's
happens
happening?
before the Mandalorian and the
Before.
Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, so before.
So basically,
So Jedi
when
are-
the Mandalorian ends, then this shit starts, and then we have Rise of
Well,
Skywalker.
when it starts, everybody believes that Jedi's are done. Like
Yeah.
exactly like the before.
Well, by the time Luke Skywalker becomes a Jedi, he's literally
Give us a
the only
breakdown
Jedi.
for the people who haven't played
that
this.
we know.
You give us a
Because
breakdown.
basically, the game tells you that's not.
Well, the game starts with him.
I mean, but how can that be? Because Ahsoka Tano's supposed to be out there. She's presumably like in her 80s around that time.
I don't know what.
Where's Ezra Bridger?
They're looking for all the Jedi's and hunting.
They're
them.
trying to bring them together.
But they're trying to in the
Cal
at the,
Kestis.
Cal. At the beginning of this game, they're trying to get all of them. He is one that was trained. I don't know if he finished, but he's hiding from like the fucking the order or whatever.
Yeah.
He's fucking hiding, and they find him just because like Sid can fucking tell the Force or whatever. And they find him, and they basically kill his best friend and all this shit. And the person that rescues you was a Jedi before, but she fucking like didn't want the Force anymore because she did some bad decisions or whatever. So she has the Force, but she's like blocking it. She's like, I don't
So
want
she
it.
did the same thing
So
as
she's
Luke.
using the Force to block her Force.
Basically, like, but
Conundrum in that.
but Cal, but
It's like one of those like Superman universes.
Yeah.
With different stars.
Yeah.
but she believes that Cal is the one that.
Here's a styrofoam S.
That was a shitty ending for that. She could have fucking Superman Will Neil from Smallville.
Well, Cal,
I just want to get some pudgy, baby. Come on. Oh, I gotta give my powers out? Don't be like that, girl.
well, Cal's
Yeah.
One
You want
pitch.
this space dick?
One beer, that's all it took.
Well, Cal's the one that believes that. Well, no, the girl is the one that believes that Cal is gonna bring all the Jedi back together because that's what the whole game's about. Of you going around and like trying to find the other Jedi's to get them together. But this game, dude, is fucking awesome. Dude, first of all,
Okay.
it's like playing the new Tomb Raider. Like playing Dark
Oh,
Souls.
he got titties.
Like playing Dark Souls, dude. Like
Yeah.
like
Is
playing
it as hard
Shadow
as Dark Souls or?
Shadow of the Colossus. I don't think it's as hard as it, but
The
Yeah,
new
it's
Shadow of the
Dark
Colossus?
Souls-ish.
huh?
The new Shadow of the Colossus?
Well, it's the same one.
It's just,
It has a lot of
remastered.
puzzle. Like,
It has
Oh,
puzzles.
it has a
the
different way to
original.
approach each battle.
It has it has
Like
puzzles.
Assassin's Creed, if you will.
But there's a scene. I'm gonna fucking spoil this scene, but where you get dropped in one of the fucking planets because you go to different planets and you have to explore and shit. But they drop you on a planet and you
Mass
have to
Effect.
take over an ATT.
Yeah.
So you have to scale up it, like it's fucking huge. And you have to scale up it and like take over it, and then like you use it, and I think that's fucking like awesome, dude. That's like as a kid, you're like, holy shit, because it looks
kind of like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but way giant.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, is it one of those new ones? Those gorilla ones?
No,
it looks like
those.
okay.
No, this is in between those.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then since you're a Jedi, dude, too, like you get to fight the other ones. I forgot what they're called. The ones that just have the 2 legs with the fucking lasers and shit.
Return of the Jedi.
Are they AT-ATs? No. What?
No, those are
the ones the Ewok just destroyed with fucking stones.
So the AT-AT is the big dog one.
Yeah.
And the other one's called
That's a camel one.
I fucking forgot. Well, but like you get
the
to
2-legged ones.
You get to fight against them using the Force by like when they shoot a rocket, like you just fucking turn it back with the Force.
Just call it Imperial Walker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
So
no, it has like a number designation.
Yeah,
it's like IMP something 24 Walker.
But like the cool thing,
it is Imperial Walker.
the cool thing about it, dude, is like
that's better known.
You can go into like a room, dude. Like you fall into a room and it's full of fucking bad guys, and they're all like impossible to fucking kill, and you're just like, I can't do this shit because you can like deflect fucking lasers into them and shit, and you can do all this shit. You can use the Force.
It's like the new God of War, where it's like you have to approach every.
You're basically
fight
relearning everything.
But you die a lot, dude. Like you die a lot, and then like once you figure it out, dude, you figure that like, oh, you have to go in here, use the Force, and push everybody off the cliff, and then like just kill the ATST. And you have this little robot, which I think is the best robot so far, because he really helps you with it. BD1. It's just a little like it just looks like a little VHS player with like 2 legs, but he's always hanging out on your back and shit, and he helps you like find things and all this shit. And he's fucking badass, dude. Like he's one of the best robots.
Speaking of droids and
does anybody have a charger, dog? I'm sorry.
Skywalker, the little DO robot. Like, what do you guys think about him being the only droid that, for whatever reason,
that little one?
English?
Oh,
where was this at?
DO? The little one, the one that looks like a little camera.
Yeah, the one that scares humans.
Yeah. From
First of all, okay,
Skywalker.
Let me just talk about that. Why would you have an abused? It's obviously an abused animal reference.
Yeah.
You know, like, why wouldn't they just make it like, oh, this animal? To me, it was really strange that they would add such a human sympathy to a robotic creature to make it obviously sympathetic to the audience. Like, I don't understand why you have to cater. You know, and this is what it is, like, as what I was talking about earlier, like, why do you have to have a lesbian kiss and an abused dog and fucking all this other shit when you could have just done something else and made it, you know, they could have been abusing a fucking, what's a creature in the fucking store, a Jawa. They could have been kicking a Jawa around and you would have been like, oh yeah, fuck that guy, go fuck that dude up.
I think this is more for like the fucking kids and shit, like that are coming in, like, you know.
Yeah, it's for
not the lesbian kids, but like.
It's for the new generation.
All the droids speak that droid language or whatever.
Yeah, they're just like the
beeps
and
the
the other ones that speak English.
Because like
it's like a small C-3PO, but
because
you would think like this autonomous fucking machine would have a bigger vocabulary like C-3PO. Don't tell me there's not enough processing power in these.
I think that a lot of that thing that like, cause we're like, I think when we overthink all these things,
that
starts ruining it, dude. Because like to me, I don't fucking whatever. I mean, I didn't even notice that fucking little robot was like speaking English.
He's gotta go drop the tripa.
But well, in this game, dude, BD1, he's pretty amazing, dude, and it has I like the way that you approach this game, just going around and like trying to fucking.
Did you play Knights of the Old Republic?
I played almost every game, but like after playing this game, all these other games are shit.
Is that right? Okay.
Now this game is like Cal is not like, oh, he's like the best Jedi. No, I think he's a little like whatever.
He's fallible.
But
he's got a human.
If you put yourself in it, like you're like, holy shit. And then I like that, like, when you're fighting, like, stormtroopers and, like, all these fucking Imperial fucking fighter whatever, like, if you're running away from them, they'll be like, you're a coward and shit. Like, they'll be, like, talking shit. And I like that. Like, I like that it seems like a little bit more. And that you, like, slow things down. Like, you know, use the Force. You fucking...
Damn, I really can smell that charcoal.
There's a lot of, like, bullshit things, though. Like, for example, there's a thing where, because Forrest Whitaker's character comes out, and,
is he, playing.
He's the same character
Yeah,
as
what is his name?
Yeah. As in Rogue One.
More Clark.
It's him, but it's
but like Alicia.
Yeah, he looks exactly like first person. But like when you go in, you see like a fucking Imperial guard like dead, and then he goes like, oh shit, like he killed him. Like, oh, that's brutal. Like he fucking killed like one of those stormtroopers or whatever. And you're going through the whole game fucking killing stormtroopers. Dude. Like, why would he even say that shit? Like, there's little things.
It's consciousness for him, and then he's like...
But he's fucking up everybody.
Yeah, like, I have no choice, basically. That's what.
And then it has a skill tree where you can learn, like, you know, to use your lightsaber better, to use your force better.
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera. It's a fucking amazing game. At the beginning, too, they let you fight against the Sith. She's a girl. It's a girl, so... They let you fight for a little bit, like, just to have a little taste of it before, like, you know, the ending, whatever. And it's fucking cool, dude. It's like playing a movie.
Okay.
You have to go around and explore things, and it doesn't let you open some parts when you get like.
So you have like an upgrade, well, basically like training, like.
Yeah, and then
the
you
more
learn.
You fight, the more you
and
can
you learn more and
and
more things as you go. So, for example, at the beginning, you don't have like the force push.
So you're kind of forgetting about your original training.
Well, because he doesn't know. Like he's relearning everything because he kind of like.
He left it off.
He just didn't want to be a Jedi anymore because he didn't want to fucking like die and like see all his family die and shit. But once like that, all that shit happens, because he's trying to get everybody together. You see the Wookiees there. You saved the Wookiees from the Imperials. But I think it's a fucking amazing game, dude. A lot of people gave it Game of the Year just because of how fucking cool it is.
But what won Game of the Year? That Setsuko?
Huh?
Setsuko won Game of the Year. Right? That's another great one too. That has the whole.
But Sekiro,
it has the whole Dark Souls.
It was kind
like,
no, it is
to it.
because it's the same guys who make Dark Souls.
But Sekiro is a little too hard for like anybody, you know. Like
but here's the thing: like a lot of people complain about Sekiro. It ain't that hard.
So
the hardest one from those guys, it's Bloodborne.
Bloodborne is
yeah. So Sekiro took from them. From Bloodborne and Dark Souls.
I'm the type of guy that when I start a game,
Demon Souls.
I always put it on the hardest fucking setting. That way, me empongo. I get used to the hardest setting without having to go through the game. Because if you get used to the hardest setting, like, you know, once you actually get Nightmare, once you unlock the Nightmare mode, it's not that bad, you know, like, it's not that difficult. But would you say there's a hard learning curve in this? Or is it just like you just jump in?
No, I think you can just jump in. I think you can put it in like harder. I always put it on normal first, like, and if I really like it, I can go through.
Well, it's a rated T for teen, so it ain't gonna be as hard as the other.
It's got some titties.
But
T for titties.
But I think it's a fucking cool fucking game. There's no fucking microtransactions in any of this shit.
Oh, thank goodness.
There's no multiplayer.
Is it from EA?
Yeah.
That's why it's getting a lot of props too, because it's an EA game.
There's no multiplayer. There's none of that shit. You can just play it yourself and like go through it.
But can you buy spice?
You unlock fucking parts for your sword, for your fucking you know.
You upgraded for the lightsaber.
For the lightsaber.
How much are the death sticks?
Nothing fucking. So like you can't buy anything. Everything you find on crates. You find different like ponchos because he wears like fucking ponchos like different fucking colored and shit.
So it is like the Dark Souls game basically. For upgrading your armor, your weapons, you need to find all designs.
So you can find different colors for your lightsaber. You can find different like the old school lightsaber, the new one, whatever, and then you can find new colors for your droid for BD1, new colors for your ship. I think it's for what it has, dude. I'm fucking fine with it. That you can unlock everything from the get-go instead of like buying shit.
Which is strange now for EA because everything they're doing is microtransactions.
Well, this game was fucking. It was cool. I don't know if it's Game of the Year because we've been playing a lot of games that are indie that are like fucking.
India's getting the fucking.
Well, I saw you guys did the Goose, and the Goose is.
That
Goose is
fucking better.
It's a simple game, but it's so fucking satisfying being an asshole, dude.
Of course.
Is it like the Goat Simulator or what?
It is like Goat Simulator.
Kind of better. This one you're just like an actual goose, and
you have
the way to solve the puzzles, dude, is just think. What's like the fucking worst thing you can do as a goose?
Well, I want to say this right now because we're at an hour. Because we've been talking about Star Wars. We're talking about what happened before, what happened now. Are you guys happy, or should I say, are you excited for the future of this franchise, of this series, of things to come? Where do you think it can go? Where do you think it's supposed to be? Because I know that there's a lot to cover.
Check it out. As a Star Wars lover, I've always been excited about Star Wars, even after the prequels, even after the shit.
Even though they fuck it up.
No, for real.
The prequels were bad. If you live through the
Solo,
prequels,
dude. Solo should not be canon.
it's terrible.
It should
It's
not
awful.
exist.
I do want to see the rest of the
But even after that, like
Darth Maul story, and because of Rebels and because of everything, I do want to see more
story
stuff
there.
from Darth Maul. Yeah.
But you know how, like in the Mandalorian, it's supposed to bring back Darth Maul.
I would like to see more of
But,
like
yo, Darth Maul.
So wherever
He
the
officially died when Obi-Wan.
fucking.
Well, he
Killed him
didn't
in the
have.
desert,
He didn't
Tatooine.
officially
No,
die.
no.
Clone Wars, but
No, that's what
he
he's
had
saying.
the fucking,
The tattoo.
oh.
So like I would like to see more of like the fucking the Sith, dude. I want to see
Like a Sith movie.
kind of like like I don't want it to end like in
that's
a
where
good
like the
way.
new movie should be like the rise of a new.
of
Sith
the
Lord.
new like fucking Sith like whatever
Yeah,
whoever
they should
like
change it up. Like I know you get it. Like
It should be like this fucking nerd
Like,
that's like really
let's
into the
do-
Sith.
No, like, they just give it a break with the Jedi.
You
because-
sell your,
It
every
should be
time
the
you sell your
boy
soul to the
from-
devil.
No, here's the thing. Like, if they, we can
From,
give it a rest now for when
Yeah.
it comes to Jedi's, because we have a fucking good
Also,
story
it should,
with bad and good
it should be a
things.
Quentin Tarantino revenge story, dude.
And
No,
then
the
they
little-
should-
the
they-
fucking
they
broom
can
boy.
fork it.
yeah, dude.
Broom Boy from
Oh yeah, from the second.
what's it called?
oh,
Last
fuck.
Jedi.
Yeah,
He should be a Sith Lord.
the
Broom
one that
boy.
just fucking pulled the fucking broom.
They should.
That should be that could be bad.
The new lightsaber should be like the fucking black, the one that like glows purple, dude, around it.
Well, I look where I think I'm at with Star Wars is that, you know, you grew up with the legendary series. You had to suffer
With-
through the fucking prequels, and
and the
then
special edition.
then we started off strong, and then it petered out, and then now it gained back. You know, where everything led back to is that I feel personally there should be more shows.
Yeah.
I think that we have a lot of
well, now that Disney Plus is around,
there's a lot of
There's gonna be
backstory that we can talk about, aka everybody wants to see a Darth Revan story. Even people who don't even know who the fuck Darth Revan is or play Knights of the Old Republic or the RPG want to see that. I do think that the main thing right now, at least for Star Wars in general, is that it's not about Jedis and Sith anymore. It's gonna be about people who discover their powers. And they're gonna use their powers to their advantage, whether they're good or bad people.
dude, I want to know.
And
like,
eventually, somebody's gonna come together.
I want to know like more about like the fucking the pod racing. You know what fucking happened to that shit? You know, like it stayed there and then
Anakin fucked it up. Man.
Well,
Anakin fucking
Force
everything
Awakens,
up,
When they
yeah.
go to Maz Kanata's fucking bar, you know, you
But
see
I-
all the pod racing.
Yeah, but I want to know like
More
it'd be
about
cool if like they have like a fucking series about just
And
that.
And then Star Wars Resistance is all about.
So that's
Yeah, Star Wars
Racing.
is yeah.
So like that's what I like that like that's I want more of that. I want more of like I want to know like all the little things that we saw like here and there in the movie that like we were like I don't fucking give a shit anymore about like the Greedo who shot first. Who the fuck gives a shit? Dude? Like come on. Dude.
We'll know it was
Han.
Han. We'll know it was Han.
Well, who's dead? That's who shot
Yeah.
first.
That's what matters.
Yeah, that is what matters, dude.
It's
Who
like-
died first?
I personally, I'm very optimistic about the future of this franchise, of these things. Growing up with it, seeing it fucking falter for so many years, supporting the EU, reading the comic books, reading the books, you know, learning about Twan, learning about fucking the Clone Emperors. I'm glad that they did a little bit more for the fans, and now us as fans through indie games, through people writing their own fucking fanfiction, and the fanfiction becoming
Well,
canon.
dude.
And the
You know,
fucking kids that saw the fucking first movie are now fucking of
You know,
age
they're
to
all
write
old
their
now,
own
you know.
shit. Yeah.
So now we as a Star Wars fandom, I feel have been united. Just because everything died and it's the new beginning of shit, I do want it to be you know, I'm looking forward to the future. Baby Yoda, I know, and maybe I'm gonna give some shit away, but I know that the Mandalorian will die, and Baby Yoda will become a badass, just like every lone wolf
So
and cub.
Well, part
So
of
is
the
you
Baby
know-
Yoda flying the Razor Crest?
I would.
Rise of
If
Skywalker.
Baby Yoda has a fucking lightsaber and a laser and a jetpack and a fucking helmet, you know we would all shit our
Well,
pants.
here's what I think
No,
about the
but he
Mandalorian.
would have the dark saber.
Here's what I
Whatever
think
he takes it from grief.
No, here's what I think about Baby Yoda coming in the Mandalorian. Basically, we'll have like if you know about the
That's
fucking-
the answer, dude.
No,
Who
yeah.
shot first, Baby Yoda?
If we know the whole Yoda story, like his species is kind of
No,
rare and all that.
Now
Baby Yoda is basically like the one that survived.
now that
everything
everybody
like
loves
that.
Baby Yoda, they're just gonna insert him into all the movies and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're gonna
But
see like
Little
the
Baby Yoda cameo.
Mandalorian, I feel like it's coming like they're introducing a new fucking series when it comes
Wait,
to
so
Baby Yoda.
Absolutely.
So when the
Attack of the
Mandalorian
Clones-
dies or it ends,
So Attack of
We're
the
gonna
Clones,
get Baby Yoda.
Yoda,
That's what
and
I
Yaddle clap cheeks, right? That's how we got Baby
that's what I'm
Yoda.
telling you, dude.
Well, you gotta remember too. What's the fucking?
Because you see,
What's
you
the
see
legend
Yaddle
of-
for like a scene, and then she never appears again because she was on paternity leave.
Well, I can imagine the gestation period of a fucking animal that lives 800 years old.
Well, I mean,
If a fucking elephant takes
I'm
2
sure.
years to
Do
fucking
you
be
think
born.
Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda
Baby
is
Yoda's
what,
50 years
60
old,
years
but
old?
you think like most of the time he was like in an egg or something?
Well, they come from swamps.
I thought Yoda.
So obviously he's born in an egg.
I thought Yoda had died just because he was tired already.
No,
you know what? I'm fucking tired.
I'm tired of all this shit. I'm tired of all you fucking
Get the
people.
fuck you, Luke. You don't listen to me. I'm just going.
Ya mátate, güey.
It's like, yeah, I'm out.
He committed suicide.
But for reals, I'm happy where Star Wars is. I think everybody
Luke
in
disconnected
general.
Yoda.
Like, Doctor, we got.
You know what? He's done.
You know what, Doctor? I'm the one in charge of this. Just pull the plug.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude. So there's X-Wings, there's Y-Wings. Where are the Z-Wings? I see like some Z-Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those motherfuckers didn't have
Every
a good
time a
flight
Z-Wing
pattern,
comes
that's
out,
why.
the fucking Tokyo Drift song starts playing.
Or everybody falls asleep.
That whole combat thing, like,
If there's two Z-Wings, you're cool. But if there's 3, then everybody's
So what's the
falling
Z-Wing?
asleep.
So what's the Z-Wing? Well, if you have to ask,
You gotta ask, baby.
Hey, look, fellas, I wish I could give you a deal here, but my pimp's a real ball ache. You know what I mean? So it's $10 for a BJ, $12 for an HJ, $15 for a ZJ.
What's a ZJ?
If you have to ask, big man, you can't afford it.
I got $4. Very,
That's a ZJ.
no, it's a Z-Wing.
That's how you can afford it.
And he does a little spin.
But I'm telling you, if there's 3 in a row, that means that people are asleep. Dude.
Well,
Catching them Z's.
we were about to fall asleep after fucking Force Awakens. What's the other one? Fucking
Return
Last Jedi, and then fucking Han Solo. We were about to fall asleep.
The
with all
Force
that.
Awakens has a
We
special,
finally, Star Wars got back to life.
The Force Awakens has a special fucking fucking place in my heart because I saw it. We got drunk with 4 locals and weird shit happened right afterwards, and I love that. Now I always remember that because I haven't
Rise
seen.
of Skywalker, Han Solo comes out, and you can literally hear him say, "I'm doing this for the money, kid." like he got changed.
You know what I feel like people don't.
That's what the original said before we're home.
People really don't talk about either is the transformation of Kylo Ren becoming his father, you know, being this fucking uptight
his mother.
little bitch kid, and then all of a sudden dropping the I know.
Dude,
You know, he's doing the backwards fucking shot.
I like his
you
story
know.
better than fucking Hayden Christensen because Hayden Christensen was like this emo asshole that I just fucking hated. Kylo Ren started as
like
an
sand.
Kylo Ren started like an emo asshole where he was like, "Where is she? I don't know. I lost her," and then just fucking like kicking everything around like a little baby. To turning into this fucking redeeming story where you're like,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool, dude.
It's been a full circle. It's nine movies of various quality and fucking admiration and love. Everything that grew out of it, I'm glad that Disney finally decided to fucking embrace what it really is.
Until next year when it's like,
We're kidding. They're trying to.
Luke is back
reinvent the
in
fucking-
Star Wars 10.
You think this was the ending?
Force
Ghost.
And you're gonna watch it and love it.
So they're gonna they're gonna kill Luke's dog and he's just gonna
Gonna come back.
Whose dog did you kill? Luke's? Oh no! Shit! Fucking John Wick, dude.
So yeah, I really.
Not his dog, his fucking space cow, fucking green.
Oh, his milk mama.
Dude, have you seen when they sell those figures? You know, they sell those like figures that look like the 70s one did. Like they're just like a little fucking
one.
The ones that don't.
I like the one for Uncle Ben. That's just like this charge. Uncle Ben. Poor Ben, dude.
What's the name of the aunt? It's not May.
No, I was gonna say May too. That's Spider-Man.
That's the first thing I was saying.
Shmi, or is that Anakin's mom?
No, that's
Shami is Anakin's mom. Anyways, I think we're at about.
What's the name of the Waddle? Waddle is
Yaddle.
Yaddle.
Yaddle?
Yaddle.
Oh, okay.
Waddle.
That's Lady Yoda.
Lady, yeah.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
All right, so with that said, I guess.
With that said, thank you guys for tuning into the fucking Night Trap podcast. Thank you for having us back 2020. Doctor Porno, The Creep, El Vomitorium,
Vomitorium.
Sucio.
Hopefully we'll have you back, dude.
We'll have you back. We'll do some music stuff with this man. I'm really glad to be back. I think we're all glad to be back together in the same room and talking. You know, we had a weird Christmas. Fuck Christmas still.
Fuck Christmas for real.
We're happy.
Fuck Christmas.
We're happy that Star Wars is back. Look for our episodes coming soon, baby. Where you at, baby? Say what you're doing. What are you doing? What bands are you in?
We're waiting for the fucking W2s. What's up?
Hit me up, post office.
Hit me up, government.
Anyways, stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch.
Click like, share, subscribe this shit.
You know the drill.
Keep at it, dude. Every fucking week we have new videos. So.
Every week we have new videos, different topics, different subjects. We're trying to come back to the hometown. We're trying to do stuff here. If you're doing cool stuff here, whether you're making stuff, whether you're doing new projects, hit us up. We want to put you out there, baby.
And if you want to join Vomitorium and this fucking adventures, go to Neon Rose, man.
Go to Neon Rose.
So since we're talking about all the El Paso shit.
Yeah, please.
Neon Rose.
Local shows, medals, everything from out of town. There's another homie out here from around the fucking way.
Free shots.
Mad love.
Yeah, no.
If you make it this far in the video and you say, give me the yaddle, I'll fucking buy you a shot.
There you go.
You know what, man?
So don't say nice stuff, baby.
Baby. 5 drinks.
Anyways.
It's just gonna be us. Give me the yaddle, bro.
We're gonna be yaddling at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Where's the yaddle, man?
So with that said, fucking remember, just click like, share, subscribe. We'll be back next week.
And stay horny.
Stay sweet, don't change.
Later, bitches.
Mad love.
La 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 la.